My name is Jessica Rash. This is my second year here at Edinboro University for music education, and my major instrument is the piano. When I was, I think, in 3rd or 4th grade, my sister got a keyboard that was about this big for Christmas, and I thought it was very interesting, and I started playing around with it, and eventually started playing simple songs and stuff like that, and I realized that I enjoyed it, and then my mother bought me a real keyboard, and then I took off from there. So as a music major, as music majors, we practice constantly, which is a really fun thing. We practice for various things. We practice our primary instruments, oftentimes our secondary, and then if you're in the education field, you have to learn all of the other instruments as well. So it's not just about being a master of your own instrument, even though that is very important. You also have to know how to sing, how to play the clarinet or the tuba, the bassoon, the drums, the viola, the cello, everything. And then you have to know how to conduct and do all that. So we practice all those things as well. I practice, the viola and the clarinet and the saxophone, even though they're not my major instruments, and that takes up a lot of my time. I'm usually at this building all the time. So we do take a lot of classes, and usually I'm over 18 credits, and I just ghost some of the classes. But they're really fun, to take ensembles, and it really helps build you as a musician, to work with, other people and things like that. So, and then we're also required to play a recital every semester, and then take juries, which is basically a final exam for your ability on your instrument. Music has affected me a lot in my life, as I'm sure it does many other people. The biggest thing I can think of is, when something traumatic happens in my life, something depressing or hard to handle, hard to deal with, usually I turn to music, and it helps me a lot. It's kind of like a therapeutic thing for me. Sometimes it's just a matter of just playing a piece that I've been working on, or just pulling out something that I think is emotional or that relates to what I'm stressed out about. And sometimes, yes, I do write pieces. So, for example, last year my father passed away, and it was very hard for me to deal with. I tried to find a few different methods of dealing with the situation. It was a lot to take in. Obviously, I feel like it would be for most people. And it wasn't until I wrote a song about it that I started to feel better. I showed it to my piano teacher to ask her if she had any advice. She was kind of helping me through everything too, because her father had passed away as well, and she kind of inspired me to turn to music to help me deal with the problem, just as I had before. And it turned out really well, and she had me actually play it at the recital that year, and it really helped me a lot. As I said before, a lot of the professors have really been an inspiration for me. They've really been helpful to me, the professors here in this department. For example, so I'm transgender, and so going through that is something completely different in itself. I do have some issues with my family with that. There was an incident last year where I wasn't able to attend Thanksgiving dinner because of, our different views on that. So I wasn't able to go home to visit my family, and obviously I was very upset about that. And, I did, pull out a few pieces as before and play them, to help me. But I had a few of the teachers reach out to me and say, it's going to be okay, and they really helped me through it. And one of my professors actually invited me to have Thanksgiving dinner with him, which was, I was really grateful. That it was a really big thing for me, to know that there are people there, even if it isn't my family. I'm still accepted, as a part of this department, as a part, of the music department. So that was a really good thing for me. So hopefully when I leave here, my goal is to be a music teacher, hopefully a band director, maybe teach piano. That would be great. I love the piano. So it's unbelievable to think about how each one of the people that I meet every day, my professors, my friends, my fellow, classmates, all these musicians I know, how they help me and how I help them. We help each other become who we are before we leave.